Hello everybody, welcome to my garden. Thanks for stopping by, and I've changed the name of my channel to Mikko's Garden. So here's my spring garden and how everything is growing at this moment. As you can see, the garlic is coming along quite nicely. I put this in last November and it has been growing and growing and growing. There's about another month before harvest. So at this time of year, it is very important to try to keep the garlic watered, because the bulbs will grow the most in the last month. Last year, I had to put up fencing to keep the rabbits out. And I haven't planted everything yet, but I've got some tomatoes. It's kind of hard to see, they're very small right there. Garlic is something that I really like, so when something just pops up, I let it grow. And we've got a couple right there, and a couple right here. And if we look, the stalks on those are just massive, so I'm anticipating some really big bulbs. Decided to step up my game with peppers this year, so we've got a variety of cayenne peppers, jalapeno peppers, banana peppers, all planted. I think I have 80 different pepper plants dispersed throughout the garden, and then I've got a raised bed also. Right here we've got some potatoes that have sprouted, so that's on the go. And over there we have some more garlic that just popped up, so I'm letting that grow too. Another bed of peppers. We have mint growing right here. And if anybody has told you that mint spreads, they are absolutely correct. So it's going to be a little bit of a chore to keep this mint from taking over the whole bed. But for the rest of the bed, we've got tomatoes and peppers. Yellow bush beans along the side of this bed. And then we have peas. Hopefully the peas start flowering soon, and then we can enjoy some fresh peas. Step over the fence. Something that amazed me was this Swiss chard. I didn't pluck it up last year, and it just made it through the winter, and it is growing, and we can start eating that now. Here I have another big patch of mint, and it is really growing since the weather turned warm. More garlic over here. And this area here, I didn't really want to plant too much, because when the rain really comes down, this area of the garden floods. But I thought I would put some asparagus in here. I had a bunch of asparagus given to me, and I ran out of room, so they're growing here. And from what I researched, they can tolerate a little bit of flooding. And then we have some very young asparagus. I can't really see them, but right here and here, I put seeds in here last fall, and they seem to be growing. There's a lot of weeds here, but what I'm thinking is that asparagus will grow in ditches, so we'll see how that does being in this bed. Compost pile over here, and going along with different experiments, we've got some plants growing in here. Onion, I don't know if those are cantaloupe or watermelon, but we're just going to see what happens. I'm not adding any more to this bin. We're going to see what happens with the plants, and then in the fall I'll put that onto my beds. I'm also interested in making my own fertilizer. And I got this idea from David the Good. I think he calls himself the survival gardenist. What it is putting all the weeds and water into a container, cover it, and then it turns into a real stinky mess. But all the nutrients that are in the plant life will then go back into the garden. So what I've done is I'm going to start using this to feed one row over here. So this row will be fed with the fertilizer, and this row will just be watered with regular water, and we'll see what the difference is. Once I get my worm castings, then we can add that to the plants as well. This is my asparagus bed, but in the bed we also have volunteer plants. So like I said, I don't discourage different plants growing, so we can have some nice lettuce. I don't know what kind that is, but it's delicious. And then we have some kale growing over here. And in the back bed is where I'm going to have my sweet potatoes growing. And I have two plants that I just put in yesterday. The one seems a little bit sad, but I think this other one here is going to take off, and the one that's sad will take off eventually. But I'm looking to have this whole bed full of sweet potatoes in the next few days. We even have a couple of 4 raspberry starts here. I'm looking forward to raspberries next year, Lord willing. Single seed challenge peppers side by side here. On the right is the mini sweet peppers, and on the left we have the Johnny's Red Hot pepper. Look at that. We have a pepper started right there. I didn't notice. We have some more sweet mini bell peppers there. In the raised bed, I've got 4 pepper plants growing. I have carrots, and we have beets. So my idea here is beets are very quick to grow, so I'm going to rotate through 2 to 3 crops of beets here, and hopefully that's enough. Carrots, I'm going to try 2 crops of carrots, and then I'll have carrots out in the main garden as well. In this area we have peppers and tomatoes, and then last year's onions that just sprouted, so we're using those as green onions. Here we have more garlic that has just come up, so I call this my wild garlic patch. I tried to harvest everything, but always some garlic seeds are left in the ground and they come up. So we're going to see what kind of size of bulbs we get out of this year. Now this is the last area. I don't know if this was a mistake putting it in here because it doesn't get a lot of sun. It does get some morning sun and filtered sun in the afternoon. So this is an experiment to see how peppers and tomatoes do that are not in full sun. That's about it for my tour today. Thanks for watching, everyone. Gardening season is here. Have a great day, and bye for now.